This episode of 2.5 Geeks is brought to you by Data Robotics Drobo. You may be familiar with Drobo for the home user, but for small to medium-sized companies, check out drobo.com/business for simple, sophisticated storage solutions for the enterprise.
The bar has been set wicked fast. It rocked in the benchmarks.
We're going to up the ante a little bit. Processing power, I kind of understand this.
Hey, it's Dave Altavilla for HotHardware.com. We've got Marco Chiappetta behind the camera there. You'll have to take my word for that. And we got 2.5 Geeks on the road this week. Sans the half geek, Ayaz isn't with us. But we're here in scenic New Jersey at world headquarters for MainGear Computers, if you can believe that. That's the people that make the really cool Shift computing system. I don't know if you've seen that with the motherboard turning its edge and the video cards going up vertical. Real nice systems. And we're here at world headquarters with the Grand Poobah, the big cheese, the CEO, from MainGear Computers. That's Wallace Santos right here next to me. Say hi, Wallace.
How's it going, Dave?
Chatty, these CEO types, aren't they? Well, at any rate, by the way, what kind of name is Wallace? I mean, let's talk about this a little bit. Wallace. It's kind of smooth. It's Teflon. It's a little CEO-like, isn't it? I mean, did chicks dig you because you got a name like Wallace? Is that how you got so upwardly mobile, Wallace?
So I don't do too bad with the chicks, so, but I am gonna get married. So
yeah, the chicks dig him because, you know, with a name like Wallace, you can't go wrong. But seriously, tell us a little bit about MainGear, how you got started, how you built your empire here, this place.
Sure. So I'm an enthusiast myself. I started about 9 years ago, and it came from a garage. I mean, it was by enthusiasts for enthusiasts. Today, we're classified as one of the top boutiques in the nation, and we offer systems everywhere from value systems all the way to the enthusiast level systems today.
And you've got some pretty good deals with guys like NVIDIA, doing some things for them when they roll out a graphics card. And you guys, the Shift actually sort of displayed or sort of showcased the NVIDIA GTX 580 for a while there, or the 480 initially, right? So some good deals going on with the guys at MainGear here. So, and MainGear actually was good enough to sponsor the Hot Hardware 3D Killer Gaming Rig Spring Fling Sweepstakes. Who thought of that one? Well, that flows right off the tongue, doesn't it? And yeah, so the main sponsor, if you will, of the sweepstakes, along with good people like Intel, ASUS, Patriot Memory, the list goes on. And so, could you take us on a little tour of the factory and show us how you build these amazing machines?
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's go.
Right, thanks.
All right. So as you can see, we get our inspiration from cars. That's my second hobby, and that's kind of where you see the colors and the mechanic parts and the way we build the systems. Idea was to have a shop that kind of looked like a Ferrari, mechanic shop, and just you see the way the systems are built. Each system is individually built and wired by one person, so it gets full attention to detail. I mean, every single wire, every single screw, we make sure it's done right. Once the systems are built, we cart it over to the burn-in section, and this is where we do all the QA testing. We do, this is where we try to find any issues with that the machine might have. It might have a bad piece of silicone, and this is where we burn it in. Chances are that if the system passes our testing here, you'll probably never stress it out as much as we do. So once the systems are tested, we actually fill these forms out. It's QA form, and here, which this one's not filled out yet, but we manually check each checkbox, and we actually include the scores, the benchmark scores for every system here. And once it's all filled out, the technician who configured it actually will sign it and put his name, so you can call the technician back and ask for the particular technician.
Nice.
Which is pretty sweet. And of course, every system gets this cool binder that basically we can put a mouse pad, we include our instruction manual in here, and all the original discs, including Windows, original OEM Windows discs, drivers, etc.
So there's a Shift case right there. Tell us a little about that design. Where did that all start?
Kind of started from common sense. so heat radiates, as everybody knows, and we're looking to come out with a system that was not only aesthetically pleasing, but also functional. And when I say aesthetically pleasing, is because you don't have the ugly back anymore, right? By flipping everything 90 degrees, you plug all your connections on the top here, and it gets hidden by this crate once everything is in there. So I'm not going to put that on there right now, but we just wanted a system that was great looking, that was efficient, and that just was sexy.
Yeah.
I don't know if a lot of people call hardware sexy, but we do.
We do. Yeah, we definitely.
I know you guys do. So, and I'm sure your readers do as well. But the idea was just to build a beautiful computer that's more efficient, that's very quiet. Just because you have a high performance computer doesn't mean it has to be loud, you know. And as you can hear it here, it's not making that much noise at all. And you know, I'm sure you saw it on your review systems as well. Mm-hmm. But
and there's obviously thermal advantages to the way that's laid out.
Yeah, so you know, definitely makes everything a little bit more efficient. You know, we're able to mount certain radiators that we can't fit in regular cases. Like, for example, we just launched this big 180mm radiator that's in here right now. Can't really find that. It's not an industry standard. We worked very closely with Cool-It, and we got an exclusive on it. It gives you about 15 degrees performance headroom over a standard 120mm off-the-shelf closed-loop liquid cooling system. So these are the types of things that we work on at MainGear that other companies just don't.
So Wallace, why don't you show us what your techs are doing here on the test bench?
All right. So right now, what Eduardo is doing is actually mounting the heat sinks for the processor right now. Okay. Just a basic off-the-shelf liquid cooling system by Cool-It. We do make some modifications that we can't talk about that actually outperforms the off-the-shelf units. Okay. So and that's the thermal paste that we use. Different, it's not off-the-shelf stuff. Okay. Sometimes we things the CPU that we just runs cooler.
Understood. You don't have to give away your secrets. We understand. Let's come down to this station. And what we have going on here?
Well, Angelo is actually he's wiring the system right now. And as you know, as you can see, attention to detail is crucial. I mean, everything from the back part where you don't see to the front part. I mean, we do wire it. We do make sure it looks pretty all around.
Right. Plus, his name's Angelo, so he's Italian. He's a good artist.
Yeah.
There you go. Nice Italian boy building computers.
Hey, we're in Jersey.
What about over here?
So Kevin didn't get to the wiring part yet, but as you can see there, it starts from literally the bare bones. I mean, just the raw chassis alone. We get the chassis. It's completely stripped out. You know, there's no front, no back, no rear, nothing. It's just clean. And then from there, take a look at it. Every single cable. Look at the attention to detail in there. Right. Sorry, the camera's right there.
Yeah, no worries.
So if the camera's not picking that up, there's basically zip ties. You know, every couple of inches, every inch or so, and everything's nice and tight, clean, very neat.
Yeah, that's the idea. It's to show craftsmanship. It's to show the attention to detail, and it just shows that we put a lot of love into every box.
A lot of love. Cool.
This is actually Luciano. So, he's
another paisan.
Another paisan. I think he's a mix, a little bit of Brazilian and Italian.
All right.
It's the same deal. He's just building a different system. The attention to detail is crucial, like I mentioned before. Every wire, everything starts from zero, and we actually, you know, end up having a beautiful system again.
So Danny, why don't you tell us what MainGear is doing with the finishes on your systems? We hear you guys have some new stuff coming out.
Sure, yeah. So we're doing automotive grade paint jobs on these systems. Similar process that you see a body shop go through, you know, doing the 5 stages of clearing and whatnot. And what you can see here is the end result is something that just looks fantastic. It's got a beautiful clear finish to it. This one is it's like a Lamborghini orange. We call it a citrus fire. And we have 6 colors. We offer brushed aluminum systems. We just recently launched the silver brushed aluminum for the F131. Okay. And we are working on and just released some cool carbon fiber systems. So we offer a full carbon fiber laid. This is a real carbon fiber laid on top of the shift chassis. You can see here panels you know, it looks good, it adds depth to it, and it's definitely a reinforcement to the chassis. So, we're always experimenting with new technologies and just different things to differentiate, and you know, you get superb quality when you go with MainGear.
Beautiful. Now, I don't know if it comes across on camera, but this is actual carbon fiber weave. There's depth to this panel. You can see the weave behind the enamel on top. It's really, really, really beautiful.
Yep, it's the real deal.
So one thing we've noticed being here at MainGear's headquarters is at every station, you know, each individual is paying lots of attention to detail on all the systems. And what kind of caught me is this row of machines, these are actually customer machines. These are the back sides, and you can see just how clean the cables are. This stuff may never even be seen by the person buying the system, yet it's immaculate. You know, here we have a shift. We'll walk down a little further. Yet another one, just as clean, basically perfect. Another machine here. So you can see, you know, every step of the process, MainGear takes their time, makes everything perfect. So Wallace, why don't you tell us some of the cool things that customers are going to see when they get a shift?
Yeah, so it starts from everywhere from the out-of-box experience. From the moment that you crack open the tape to just having a working system to the presentation. You know, we took everything into consideration. For example, like putting card keepers on every video card. It's going to prevent your video card from snapping your PCI Express slot, you know, in shipping. We use actually a steel chassis for the shift and aluminum panels, aluminum body panels, just because steel it's more rigid, right? So it's going to go through impact, it's going to go through shock and shipping. That's just every single computer manufacturer, even if they can't run away from that. From the actual build quality to the way we mount the video cards and the way we secure the video cards, to the actual boxing of the system. We ship every single shift in a double box, so there's 2 boxes with custom foam for each system. So it's something that it takes, for a small business, it takes a lot of money and a lot of investment to create an ultimate experience like that.
Right.
And that's what we're all about.
Cool. So what you're saying is it's shipped in a container that's going to take a beating and the machine's still going to arrive perfect.
That's correct.
So Wallace, we just want to thank you for this tour of MainGear headquarters. We hope you've all liked this look at MainGear. You have to stop by the website, check out the shift, check out all their other cool PCs, and make sure you come by Hot Hardware, where you can win an awesome shift, fully loaded with an Intel processor, GeForce GTX 580 SLI, 3D Vision, all the good stuff. So we hope you like this look at MainGear. This is Marco Chiappetta from Hot Hardware. Dave's behind the camera. Thanks for stopping by.